Hello dear friends, today we are going to study some endgames. I have chosen the positions from two games I played, and I think you will find them interesting. Alright, let's go. So this is the first endgame that I would like to show. It's against a very strong grandmaster, Alexander Shabalov, 4 times US champion. And of course it's a big pleasure to compete against such a strong opponent. By the way, in US we usually play two games daily, and of course, yeah, playing 11-12 hours can be really exhausting. And by the end of this game, we were both very tired, and thanks to the arbiters, we didn't sleep during this game. All right, now let's focus on the end game. You see that black is a pawn up, however, right now this knight is under attack, and also I'm going to lose one of these pawns. Now let's compare the pieces, because the pieces activity is really important in the endgame if you want to win. If you don't, nothing is important. So now, okay, let's compare these two guys. You see they're actively placed, and we can say the same thing about this knight on h4, but this bishop is a little bit misplaced. And also, maybe you have noticed that he didn't get a chance to activate this king. So right now, yeah, black is better thanks to this king on f5. So if I just play knight f3 check, king g2 and then king e4, trying to checkmate from g1, it would be funny to see for my opponent this variation, because after rook e7 check, knight e5, bishop c7, I am losing this knight. So that's the reason I played g5, trying to secure this knight on h4, and you know that it can be really annoying for this king. Rook b5 check, king e4, and it looks like I'm losing another pawn on g5. However, if bishop g5 check, suddenly we see that this king is in the mating net. So of course he saw this variation, so that's the reason he played f3 check, knight f3, king g2, and now this square is available for the king. I mean, there is no checkmate from g1. So if I take this square and then rook g1 checkmate is coming, then of course, yeah, bishop b6 check. So first I'm trying to bring my rook into the game, playing rook d1, and of course, yeah, bishop g5 is not a threat because I'm taking this guy. So in the game he played bishop f6, and only now king e3. And you see that there is no check from this line, e7 g1. Here he didn't want to continue the game because he calculated all variations and found out that black is winning. And for instance, if bishop g5 check, then king e2, and I'm going to checkmate from g1. If king g3, then I will trade this, oops, not this one, rook g1, knight g5. So in the end, I'm going to take this pawn and promote to queen. And if h4, then rook g1, check, king h3, and again I am chasing this king. Let's say bishop f4, check, 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 and in the end I'm taking the rook. All right, now the second position that I would like to show is against another very strong grandmaster, Pavel Pankratov. And he's very strong at complicated positions. But in this game I survived. By the way, if you are wondering if I'm going to show some games that I lost, I'm going to show them. But you are just going to wait for a long time. All right. You see that black is a pawn up again, but these pawns are too weak. Let's say if I just activate my king this way, then rook e5 check, knight f5, and I stop this pawn. And of course, yeah, it's preferable to play as white here. So in the endgame, if you see you have some passed pawn, try to think if you can push it or not. Because here I calculated some variations and found out that f2 move wins the game. And because, first of all, you see that after f2, this rook should come to f1, and it becomes very passive. So I'm sacrificing the pawn in order to restrict these pieces. And only now king g5. So what is the difference? The difference is that rook f2, rook is not active now, and rook g4 check, king h3, and again the same thing. King is in the mating net, because there is no square for the king. So now I played a knight g6 in order to play knight f4 check, And the only move is rook f5, and it's not a blunder. King f5, knight e3 check, trying to take back this rook. So this position happened in the game, and the material is equal. However, in the endgame, you know that king activity can be really crucial. So now I'm going to take these pawns and win the game. And you see the difference between these things. So king d3, knight h6, I'm taking these pawns. And then, yeah, of course, after a3, I promote to queen. Also, yeah, here, maybe you have noticed that after king b3, my knight was under attack. But it doesn't matter, yeah, because I'm just promoting to queen. So king b3, a4, a3, and black is winning. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.